Steph Curry came out the gates aggressive.
Yes, he did.
I mean, he shot 9 shots in the first quarter. And from him, and then you looked at Klay Thompson, kind of did the same thing, came out and was aggressive from the beginning of the game. And it really showed. And they got to all the 50-50 balls, and they've been the more aggressive team out there.
You saw that graphic, guys. It's a 6-game win streak for the Warriors against the Thunder, plus almost 15-point differential, and that was also including when they had Durant. Now, granted, playoffs were a different story, 7-game series, but tough matchup in the regular season for anybody when the Warriors are playing well.
There was another one between the legs.
Yeah.
Yep.
That was another one.
What do they call it? Nutmeg?
Nutmeg specials.
You get the switch out top with Cannon. That's just not fair.
Wow.
That is
What can you do?
Not fair.
There's nothing you can do about that.
Well, that third quarter did not end well for the Thunder. Now let's send it to KG over in Area 21. I wonder if he's going to talk about the...
Oklahoma City, we have another quarter to play, and we need you to stay behind your guys.
Welcome back. Players Only on TNT is presented by State Farm. And guys, this has kind of been a theme for the Thunder and Warriors. All 4 games this season, Golden State has led by at least 25 points. And in that third quarter, 11 made field goals, 10 assists. So the ball movement was at a premium.
Also, like Kevin was saying, OKC made a run in that third quarter.
Yep.
Especially, you know, the first 6 minutes of the half, and they were only down 12 points. Taj Gibson missed 2 free throws. Golden State come down, hit a couple threes, and they right back at winning by more than 20 points.
Yeah, 3 50-50 balls, Rip. That went. That really Golden State just outworked OKC 4. All that led to 3 threes, and very seldom in a 26-point game can you say that was that was it. But that really was this game. Those 3 hustle plays just propelled Golden State to this big lead.
They have to finish, especially when you got a matchup with Kanter and Klay Thompson. They're not getting the shots. They're not making the shots they need to make in the paint. And then they're coming out, giving up 3-point shots on the other end.
It's a little bit concerning if you're Billy Donovan, the fact that Klay Thompson out there continues to get himself open when he's really the focal point or should be of your defense, as Oladipo able to get all the way to the rim for the finish.
So we used to say, especially playing like when I was in Detroit and we played against a team like Golden State, we would be telling ourselves right now, Klay Thompson doesn't get any shots right now with the guys that they have on the floor. And he's constantly getting any shot he wants out on the floor against this OKC team right now. They can't just keep giving him wide open shots if they expect to win this game.
There you saw Oladipo tried to get the ball at Kanter, deflected, and the Warriors back in transition. Clark unable to convert. And it's your OKC, but you want to get some momentum and some confidence back. You were beaten down pretty heavily through those. Arenas continues to struggle from beyond.
Yeah, he's there. You know, he's one of their better shooters from the 3-point line. He's 0 for 5.
0 for 6 now with that miss. Is West able to knock down a 20-footer?
You're not going to be able to beat them if you're not knocking down 3-point shots.
Oladipo on the attack there, unable to convert. Doug McDermott getting ready to check in.
You know, when I watch OKC, I still think they got to develop their second unit. You know what I mean? They still got to develop how they're going to play with that unit. Are they going to get Oladipo in more involved in the game? You know, mid-screener roles, coming off pick and rolls. Are they going to really? I think they go to Kanter quite a bit. You know, in that left box, which they have to. They need to develop that chemistry when their second team comes in. And you know, in the NBA, a lot of people. Well, we used to practice, Rip. All 3 of us practice. Now they don't practice anymore. But
I don't even work out no more.
Yeah, but you know what? You develop a good chemistry because the second team is always playing the first team in all your scrimmages, and that second team usually bonds. They find a way to play, and they get some symmetry. I don't see a lot of that in this OKC team with their second unit.
Not at all. It's kind of like they're trying to play like the starters, but they don't got Russell Westbrook out there.
Right.
I think they got to have a whole new different flow. They got to get more motion offense, get guys more easy baskets, and get in transition to try to make easy plays. And you can't give up layups, especially when you got your bigs out there to defend the rim.
That was a good read there, though, by Matt Barnes. Brady Oladipo.
Put your head down.
More confidence in attacking. Again, this second unit of the Warriors, they don't have the rim protection or the activity level for starters, so opportunities should be there for the Thunder.
They just do a good job of just moving the ball. Everybody's willing to make the extra pass.
This has been a pretty physical game here early on. Tempers flared a little bit, but through it all, it's been about the Warriors' ability to take a punch.
Kevin loves this right here, don't you, Kevin?
I do like that.
Now, even if you can get this correct, you are going home with Whataburger yourself, but also everyone in section 101 is going home with a honey butter chicken biscuit from Whataburger. So guys, make sure to help them out, okay? All right, let's go up to Thunder Vision. And all you have to do is keep your eyes on the fries. Here we go. What do you guys think? Ethan?
2.
Ethan says 2. Is it 2? It is 2! Congratulations, you won yourself Whataburger, and everyone in section 101 is going home with a honey butter chicken biscuit. It's all from Whataburger, proud to serve it hot and fresh 24 hours a day. Guys, give it up one more time for Ethan.
Welcome back. Take a look at Klay Thompson. He's doing an excellent job of moving without the ball. That's something that I love about him. He always finds a way to get to the open spot. The one rule I used to always say, never stay in the same spot for more than 2 seconds. Always move without the ball. And when you got guys on your team with great basketball IQ, the only thing you got to do is get to the spot and release. And that's what he's doing a great job of doing, is getting to the right spot and knocking down jump shots.
Kevin, you think about, as Cannon scored there, a guy like Thompson and Curry, as great as shooters as they are, their best talent might be their ability to play without the basketball.
Yeah, they both move really well without the ball. They're both very smart. They know how to get the open spots. Like Rip said, they're looking for openings in the defense, spots where they can go, and the ball will find them. And for all you young kids out there that want to learn how to play, move without the ball. The ball will find you if you play with the right guys.
Yes.
And it is hard to guard. And right now, those two guys are just shooting lights out, Curry and Thompson. And you can see why this is a very hard team to guard when they have everything working and they have all their movement and they have all their pieces together. They're a tough team to guard. Nobody
wants to guard guys that move without the ball. I used to tell, look at the replay right here. Got a little physical in there underneath the basket. That just lets you know this is a playoff atmosphere here in OKC. But OKC got to do a better job of doing that all game. I mean, fighting for every loose ball and things like that. But like I was saying, moving without the ball, I think that's something that's really hard to guard. As a kid, you learn how, your coaches teach you how to guard on the ball, but they never teach you how to guard off the ball. So when you get to this level, it's easy to get your shot off because guys don't want to guard guys running, coming off screens and things like that. Jason Kidd used to always say to me every time he came and guarded me, he said, "Rip, you still running around like that? I don't want to guard that." Nobody wants to do that. And you got two guys on the same team that can do that, move without the ball and get shots.
And multiple guys that can make the right reads with Iguodala and David West, good high post passer, obviously Draymond. That's why sometimes, you look at Golden State, as talented as they are, it's really the sum of the parts. You know, it's their chemistry and the way they connect as a group that makes them special. Players Only on TNT is brought to you by the 2017 Optima from Kia, official vehicle of the NBA. By Verizon, now Unlimited gets the network it deserves, and so do you. By Auto Trader, save cars to save on cars. And by Geico, 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
We were talking to Billy Donovan before the game. We said, now with the trade of Taj Gibson and McDermott, do you think that you can possibly get up to that next level? He kind of said, No, it surprised me a little bit. He was like, nah, I think we need a couple more pieces. And now you can see tonight why he said that. They do need shooting. They need an identity on that second unit. They're a couple pieces short. Russell Westbrook has had an MVP type season for sure. But they need a few more pieces here. I think Taj Gibson and McDermott were good, a nice trade for them. I think they won that trade with Chicago. They improved their team.
I don't know what Chicago was doing, just giving them 2 guys away.
Yeah,
I really don't.
But I think I can see now. You're right. OKC, they're a couple pieces away. And Billy kind of said that, even with the trade.
Nah, they are. I mean, like you said, they got to add shooters, especially when you got a guy like Russell Westbrook that dominates the ball and that can make plays for everybody on the floor. You want to get as much space on the floor as possible so he can go ahead and dictate how your team is running on the offensive end.
And you talked about that shooting. They also, you got to get guys that can make basketball play.
Yes.
And you don't know right now with all these young guys, are they going to improve to the point where they're the ones who can become those kind of players? And that's what time tells. And you see Grant there with a nice finish. And you get a timeout here from Steve Kerr. 6 minutes to go as the Warriors remain in control.
And they're going to send T-shirts your way.
Players Only on TNT is presented by State Farm, and the Warriors putting on a typical Warriors-like performance. And we talked about that starting backcourt, Thompson and
Good slip.
Curry, and then a nice read there between Livingston and West. And, you know, those guys combined to make 14 threes, but more telling is the fact they took 27, which tells you that they were able to pretty much get whatever they wanted when they wanted over the course of this game.
And that's when you got to be very disappointed from OKC on the defensive end. Allowing them guys just to get that many three-point shots up, that many looks at basket from three-point line. That just lets me know that they didn't do their job on the defensive end to limit these guys from shooting three-point shots.
And speaking of three-point shot, guys, listen to this stat right here. We know Steph Curry has made 402 threes in the season. Back when I broke the record, I had 267 in the season. Now Steph Curry has broken that 4 times already now with 269 tonight. Unbelievable.
And D. Scott, you was a shooter, brother. I don't know how he passed you, man.
Well, you got to look back in the 90s. You know, we shot some threes. It was inside-out basketball, playing off the big fella.
He did play with Shaq.
He played with Shaq and Penny Hardaway. And Penny was one of those, you know, post-up point guards as well. Where now, Steph Curry's coming down in transition. Guys are looking for him. And when he has the green light, no, Kevin, he has the fluorescent green light.
Yeah. And D. Scott, who wins the game of horse, and you and Steph Curry?
Me, all day.
Okay, I like to hear that.
Come on now, I still can shoot it now.
I wanted to hear it. I wanted to hear it.
And, you know, it's a great point Dennis makes about the three-point shot. You know, you think about, I think it was 79-80 when the three-pointer came into the league. The collective league took 5,000 three-point attempts. Last year, the league attempted 65,000 three-point attempts. And the percentage much higher collectively as well. I think it was between 23 and 25% back then. It's on average now about 37%. So that skill level has increased mightily from beyond.
Nice interior passing by Golden State. And I'll tell you one thing, of those 5,000 threes that they shot in 79, 80 when they first came in, they were all in the fourth quarter. The only time you shot, no one shot a three in the first quarter. You actually only shot them in the fourth quarter when you were down like 12. You went like, all right, fellas.
All right, time to shoot.
Yeah, exactly.
Time to let
5
fly.
minutes to go,
Desperation
We'll
time.
either lose by 30 or we'll get this game under control. But you never shot them early in the game. Steph Curry comes out of the locker room firing them.
McAdoo there with a nice turnaround jump shot there, knocked that down. Not noted necessarily as a scorer, but that was an impressive move by the young fella.
And a lot of people forget, this Golden State team is top 5 in a lot of the defensive categories. And a lot of that, I want to give credit to my man Ron Adams on the bench over there that I had him in Chicago. He's a defensive-minded assistant coach for the Warriors ball club. And he definitely changed the way they play defense here in Golden State.
To your point, I had Ron Adams as an assistant at UNLV. He was the guy that came up with the amoeba defense for us in college.
Can you explain the amoeba defense?
I still, no, I can't even spell amoeba to this day. But it was good. It worked. I mean, he's a heck of a teacher. Great guy. Was a former head coach at Fresno State. And Coach Chark brought him to our program, and he taught us an entirely new defense. And I tell you what, he's had a heck of a run, not only collegiately, but here, to your point, on the professional level. And he does make a huge difference on who they are defensively, because that team, even though undersized, their ability to defend all facets, the three-point shot at the rim, really, they're on top. And I should say they're as good as anybody we have in the league right now.
And when I was in Chicago, too, you got to remember, Tibbs gets a lot of credit for being a defensive-minded coach. But Ron Adams was the guy that was actually putting in a lot of these schemes and these defensive game plans for that Chicago Bulls team that I was a part of.
Livingston there can't get around Morris Cole. Comes up with the steal. And it was a little different in your era, right, Kevin? You guys didn't have defensive coordinators necessarily.
No, the head coach said, guard your man. And you went out there and you took the personal challenge. You double teamed at times, No, right now the defenses are much more sophisticated and a lot more switching, a lot more different things. But I will say one thing, like you had a hard time switching on some guys. Like, go ahead and put a guard on Moses Malone. Beat him up every time.
That wouldn't happen.
Forever styling the swag. Would you go out there the way some of the guys do today? Oh my goodness!
I don't know if
Talk
that's
about
going
going
out
out
there.
there.
I got Argyle
Wait,
style.
That
talk
is
about
not
going out there.
swag.
Wait
That
a
is
minute,
not
no.
swag.
Those are Argyles, man.
Yeah,
That is not swag.
Oh, look at Greg wearing that
The
New
extra
York.
long
yeah.
tie.
Yeah, well,
extra long tie.
the jacket wasn't a
The
part of the
extra-
entourage. Oh, that's what I'm talking
Oh,
about.
man.
Two-piece right there.
Yeah.
The jean outfit.
Oh, whoa.
Wow. Extra baggy suit.
Yeah.
Yeah, what is that?
How about that shirt?
Those extra baggies? What were that?
The extra baggy suit.
Okay.
Listen, it's so funny because, you know, I went through that baggy era.
Yeah.
B-A-I, you know, the baggy era where all your clothes was 4 to 5X. And I remember getting to Chicago, getting in the locker room, coming there with the two guys that were the vets that still was wearing baggy clothes. And I remember Nate Robinson said, "Hey, Rip, look at Carlos Boozer's parachute pants." And I said, "What do you mean?" He said, "His pants so big, they look like parachute pants." And I said,
Pistons team.
"Well, Ben Wallace."
I know who wasn't.
Ben Wallace couldn't dress at all.
Or Rasheed.
Rasheed Wallace definitely couldn't dress at all. Tayshaun. Man, he was awful. I would have to say me.
Okay.
There you go.
Yes.
You see there, it looked like
Butler said he
might have bumped knees
Yeah.
there for Sabonis. Guys, how about season low for Russell Westbrook? 14 points. Tonight, only 15.
You know, never really got it going. Missed some shots. You know, a couple lanes. He tried to get it started at the start of the second half, in the first part of the third quarter, but really, Golden State just outplayed them tonight. That's bottom line. I mean, they moved the ball better. They defended well. They rebounded. They got 50-50 balls. It was kind of just a a manhandling by the Warriors.
And Kevin, Russell has struggled all 4 games against this Golden State team. They're doing a great job defensively and making him finish over their big guys.
He had the one game, to your point. I mean, he has had his struggles. He had the one game, I think he went for 47 or Norris Cole there with the finish. But I think a lot of it is because as good as Golden State is defensively, they're even better when you try to attack 5 sets of eyes. You got to have ball and body. Against Golden State to have success.
Golden State makes Westbrook play in a crowd all the time, and when you play in crowds, you turn it over.
Absolutely. That'll do it as Kevin Durant makes another successful return to Oklahoma City.
My guys, Joe Sharp.
Yep.
What up, A?
Well, I think we do sense now that the Warriors seem to be hitting their stride. Comfortably controlling this Thunder team, have the Warriors all year, and now on a 4-game win streak, they've got to feel pretty good about the rhythm that they're getting into. We got Dennis over with Steph Curry.
All right, thanks, guys. Steph, let's go back to the first half. You showed us some hops with that 2-hand dunk.